Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Sunday, the 4th of December, 2022. What a great streaming day, seriously. We started off today with the Level 1 podcast, where yet again, 2 days in a row, I had to basically not really defend, but kind of almost rally against some of the nonsense on the internet being said about this game, the Callisto Protocol. Namely, a lot of people left comments on my playthrough of it last night that were ludicrously wrong, just absurdly incorrect, stating things about the game such as there's only 4 enemy types in the game, even though I had encountered at least 7 in the 5 hours I had played it, and that was only, not even half of the game yet. And basically throwing criticisms against the game that could basically be very easily applied to many other games and genres that are very popular. Yet, those get a pass, but because these things may stand true about the Callisto Protocol, it's apparently a terrible game. If you want to see me go into it even further from yesterday, check out today's Level 1 podcast. I really couldn't believe some of the stuff that people had said about the game on social media, as well as on the comments of my videos, and I felt like I had to address it yet again. And then the other major topic that we really discussed today was the fact that people seem to be campaigning very strongly for Pokemon Scarlet to become a daytime stream rather than a nighttime stream. You know, Pokemon Scarlet's now been a nighttime stream twice. I've noticed a distinct drop in viewership, about 100 less viewers when I do it at night, and a distinct drop in engagement. We don't hit the 100 likes goal, and even in support, you know. Every time that we had done Pokemon Scarlet as a daytime stream, we had always hit the $100 tips goal, and we had had a fun Pikachu hat. We've done it 2 night streams, and has not hit this once. So it seems like people are upset. They want it daytime, they can't attend the night streams, and they want it, now. But here's the thing. We can't just do this right now. I'm in the midst of, continuing on with what I had promised everyone for this week. That's God of War Ragnarok and Callisto Protocol alternating on the daytime streams. I'm not going to change that up now. But we talked about the possibility that once Callisto Protocol is completed, that maybe Pokemon and God of War will be the main daytime streams, and then the night streams will alternate between Modern Warfare 2 Warzone, which we determined we'd be playing yesterday, and a new release coming up. But if this is the case, we might have to only play one of the 2 impending new releases. There's 2 coming up. There's High on Life, and there's Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion. If I have to pick between those 2, which one do I pick? I mean, the thing is, there is so much going on, right? I skipped Midnight Suns. I skipped Mario plus Rabbids, right? I skipped Bayonetta 3. I could keep going on. I skipped the Need for Speed. Because I can't play them all. There's too many games coming out in a short period of time. There's no way I can tackle them all. So I have to pick and choose what I play. And the good news is there will absolutely be tons of games to be played in downtime, between major new releases coming up. There won't be a shortage at all. We'll have tons of things to pull from. The problem is I just can't play them all at once if people get disappointed, right? So I think what happened was, Pokemon was doing really well, and the audience that was there for that and supporting that is kind of upset that I did change the scheduling for that game when it was already doing well, right? So that was the podcast. Lots of discussion about both topics. Check it out if you didn't have a chance. Today's main gameplay stream was more of the Callisto Protocol. 8 hours into the game, I can tell you this game is scary. This game is tense. This game is intense. Like, suspenseful, jump scare, odds totally against you. The more enemies, and by the way, there's only 4 enemies. We encountered 2 to 3 new enemy types just today. So there's at least 8, 9, 10 enemy types now in the game. Man, today was crazy. Like, by the end of the stream, the enemies I was encountering were like, oh my god, I've got to be so careful, tiptoe all around everything. Can't fucking be going crazy. You got to be so ultimately, with your ammo, you got to be scarce. You know what I mean? Like, everything was hard. It was difficult, but I'm getting through it, and I'm really, really enjoying it. Honestly, I think I'm enjoying this more than any survival horror game I played in a long time. Maybe the only exception would be Resident Evil 8, because Resident Evil 8 had a lot of variety in locations and gameplay styles over the course of the game, which was really nice, because it ran on a much better graphical engine. It had a much bigger budget than this game. But for sci-fi horror, this game is blowing me away. I am actually loving it more every time I play it, okay? So if you didn't see today's session of Callisto Protocol and you liked the first session, my God, you got to check it out. It gets better and better and more scary every time I play it, okay? The late stream tonight was Pokemon Scarlet. Whole first hour, we were on the way to a new town, and we kept encountering new Pokemon after new Pokemon, and these were higher evolutions than the earlier Pokemon that I had caught. It was getting tougher. Their levels were getting higher. It was pretty exciting, actually, to the point I ran out of Pokeballs. Okay? Eventually, we did arrive at the town and entered into this long plot line where basically what you need to do is find a secret menu item at the restaurant. That's your gym challenge. And you have to go through doing duels through the town in order to figure out the ingredients for this secret menu item. And then finally you get into a fight with the gym leader. So I fought the normal type gym leader tonight, and it was hard. It was very challenging. Basically the Pokemon were about 3 levels above mine. So they were hitting like tanks, and they were taking damage like nothing. Like I was hitting them as like little chunk. Oh my God. This is just wild. How tough this gym is. But without spoiling, I'll just say there was an epic conclusion. It went really well. 2 people named Pokemon tonight. We're very pleased because I immediately started using them. Well, one of them, let me put it this way. One of them we couldn't name yet because they had a very specific request for something we didn't encounter yet. Okay? So there's nothing we could do about that. However, for the other one, this person wanted to name a specific Pokemon, and we named it, and then we immediately started using it, and it was actually kicking butt. So I was like, I was pleased with that. I'm sure they were very happy with the Pokemon they had named because it was actually one of my top Pokemon tonight, okay? We had good progress, but yes, there is admittedly a feeling like it's not as good as it could be because it's not the daytime stream anymore, all right? So streams were great today. Support overall, really good today. You know, zero complaints, great progress in both games, and I'm just loving Callisto Protocol, okay? Tomorrow, Monday, we flip back to the other 2 games. It's going to be God of War Ragnarok on the first stream. And the good news here is last time when we played, I got a new weapon. And this weapon is not only really cool, but it's going to allow us to essentially do the vast majority of side content in the game that we have not been able to do up to this point. Okay? So I'm excited because now we can backtrack. And we can go to all the areas where previously we're like, what do we do here? We can't do this. We can't do this. And we can do it all. We can see what is new. Were there optional boss fights? Were there whole side content areas? Were there secret upgrades and equipment? What was it that we were missing? We're going to find out when I play again tomorrow because we have the ability to do all the content now, which is really cool. So tomorrow, very well, depending on what people want, could just be let's go backtracking. Let's go to every area we've been before, check out everything we missed, find all the hidden stuff, and go from there. Or it could be advancing the plot. Admittedly, though, last stream was all plot advancement, so maybe we do want to do an exploration stream Monday, or we'll see, okay? Okay, Monday night, the first ever Modern Warfare 2 Warzone 2 stream. I'm committing to playing it the entire stream and learning the map and trying to get better at it, seeing how well I can do in it. I hope that you guys will join me because you guys have been asking me to play Warzone 2 for a long time, and there were people who outright said when I played Warzone 2, they were going to show up, they were going to engage and support the streams. I hope those people weren't lying because I am doing it tomorrow night. And like I said, depending on how Monday night stream goes, this will determine if Modern Warfare 2 stays in the rotation or ends up being something that we remove. All right? So let's see what happens Monday night with Modern Warfare 2. If Warzone 2 goes well, we have a lot of fun interactions. I learn, I do better. You know, we have a good time together. Great. I'm happy keeping that into the rotation as something for variety purposes. Right now, it's the only multiplayer game I'm playing. But let's see. Maybe just Modern Warfare 2 has overstayed its welcome. It's been a month and a half I've been playing it, and maybe people are just darn tired of it, right? We'll see tomorrow, okay? So if you're wondering, when's Callisto Protocol again? Tuesday's main stream, okay? When's Pokemon again? Tuesday night stream. And then based on how this week goes, we'll determine if and when Pokemon becomes a daytime stream again. And then I'm sure next week we're going to be talking about what's the new games I'm playing. Do I have to make a decision to only pick one? We're also going to see how Warzone goes, because if Warzone goes well and that stays in the rotation, that also helps us with our decisions. Okay? Guys, thank you so much. Have a good night. Thank you for your support. And I'll see you in the AM for another Level 1 podcast. Peace out and happy holidays.